intensifying violence in Philadelphia involving young people. Police are making a new push to catch the suspects in that rec center shooting this week that injured 5 people. New video shows a close-up shot of an armed teenager who police say was seen running from the scene, even changing his clothing to disguise his appearance. Detectives are also investigating an overnight shooting that killed a teen in North Philadelphia. Action News reporter Taronda Thomas is joining us now live with the latest on these investigations. Taronda.
Well, Sarah, Philadelphia police have their hands full investigating several shootings involving young people as investigators release video of a teen suspected of firing shots at a recreation center on Wednesday. They're also investigating 2 other shootings involving teens overnight.
We heard the gunshots. It was about 2 or 3 gunshots.
What that anonymous neighbor heard was a homicide. Police describing it on radio as they watched it unfold on their real-time crime cameras.
They get involved in some altercation and then they run back towards their camera.
They found a young man shot in the head on the sidewalk in front of a church. The bullets likely fired at close range. Moments before being shot, the victim had been walking with the 2 people who are suspected of shooting him.
That's when the 2 shots were fired, and the 2 males the victim was walking with are then seen running.
Police think the victim was in his mid to late teens, just the latest incident this week, putting young people in the middle of violence. Wednesday, 5 people were shot, including 4 children, at Christie Rec Center in West Philadelphia. New video from police shows a person who investigators say is the suspected shooter. He flees the scene, ducking into an alley to change his clothes. Police think he is anywhere from 15 to 18 years old. Disheartening to residents concerned about the youth.
It's a different generation. You know, back then you go out there and fight. Now, you know, people shooting and stuff.
Overnight, 2 teens were injured in a different shooting. The 16 and 17-year-old boys showed up to the emergency room at St. Christopher's Hospital for Children. Police towed away the car the teens were believed to have been driving. Its back windows shattered.
Really sad what's happening in the community with the violence.
3 separate violent incidents this week with a common thread. All involve young people.
If you put them in a positive environment, things can change. Expose them to more positive activities. That's what I think will help.
Now, the only description police have of the 2 suspects involved in that shooting on Huntington Street is the fact that they were both wearing dark clothing, both males wearing gloves and masks. Now, police have a lot more to go on in terms of the suspect in the recreation center shooting. You saw that clear video of him. Police say if you recognize him or have any information on any of these cases, you can give them a call and remain anonymous by calling the tip line at 215-686-TIPS. Reporting at Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Taronda Thomas, Channel 6 Action News. Sarah?
Yeah, it's going to take the community.
See, back in my time, we would put these fucking hands up. It wasn't going to grab the blick. It was put up the fist. That's the cloth I'm cut from. But you YNs, scared to fight. Make it make sense. But see, look, here in Georgia, They passed a new law where they're charging the parents for their kids' actions.
Georgia has a new parent accountability law, meaning whatever your child do, go up in these schools, fighting, doing whatever they want to do to these teachers, being disrespectful to the core, like real bad disrespectful. You will be accountable for your motherfucking child. Do you hear me? You would have to pay a fine. You could go to jail, or you can either do community service, whichever one you choose. And if you want to go to the school and be a gangster with your child too, you definitely going to motherfucking jail, okay? I'm so glad they passed this fucking law, because y'all got some badass kids. So y'all kids want to go up there to mountain in it. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers gonna be in jail. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Georgia has a new parent law. You will be accountable for your motherfucking child. So get them little motherfuckers in line before they step feet on these folks.
So if your kid out here acting up in school, if they out here shooting people, they're charging the parents now. They're making the parents accountable for their kids' actions. And I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. They should have been doing that shit. Cause see, if you charge the parents, for their kids' actions, they probably wouldn't be out here unaliving everybody. They probably wouldn't be out here taking lives. If you charge the parents for their kids' actions, I guarantee you it'll be less M's out here. That's what has to be done. And guess what? Here in Georgia, they passed a law where the parents is being charged from, they can get community service, jail time for their kids' actions. So I think they need to pass that law everywhere. They need to implement that law everywhere. Your parents will be charged if your kid is out here harming people, assaulting people, using firearms. We will charge the parents. Normally when you see Jay Cass, right? I'm in my work truck. I never really show my leisure time. I never really do content at home. Cause like when I'm at home, I try to free my mind of the chaos that's going on in every black community in America. And it's only us destroying us. Make it make sense. When I do surveys, right? Because I drive for Honda. I drive a tractor trailer for Honda, right? I deliver 53-foot trailers full of car transmissions and large parts, stuff that they build because it's a transmission plant that I run for. That town where that transmission plant is, people, that town is 100% white. There is no black folk down there. As far as if it is, it's a because he told me it's like 1%. It'll be like an entertainer that wants to be tucked, but they don't really mingle in the town. They just live there. They just got their home there. It'll be somebody rich, but as far as the main population, it's Caucasian. And I asked that man at work, the security guard, I said, hey, what's your crime rate? He said, well, the only problems that we have people that OD on fentanyl or meth or heroin. I said, well, answer me this. How much gun violence do you have in your city? We have 0 gun violence, John. We don't have that type of situations. We don't have shootings and unalivings. Why do you think that is? Because those folks know how to stick together. Those folks value life. Those folks value their environment. And me being from, let me say it slowly, 8 Mulford Gardens, Yonkers, New York. For those that don't know, Yonkers is where DMX is from. Rest in peace, Earl. Mary J. Blige, Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheek Louch, The Lox. The son of Sam is actually from Yonkers. I think Marlon Brando. There's a few people. And another thing too, we're not upstate. We border the Bronx. We are the lost borough, meaning Yonkers, Bronx, Yonkers, Mount Vernon, Bronx. We all border the Bronx. We're not upstate New York. We in the hood. We in the trenches, baby. You looking at a hood booger right here, right? But just because I was born and spent 9 years of my life in a project. Now, you know the project is the hood within the hood in Yonkers, New York. The bricks, pissy hallways. Can you imagine going to school, and this is in the Reagan era when I was in the projects, when they had the 12-12 skinnies, yellow, red, and blue tops all over the ground. Imagine, I'm young. All over the ground. We was taught not to touch that stuff with the beige residue in it, even though we still took the capsules off and played with the colorful tops, not knowing that we getting crack residue in our fingertips because we seen the colorful tops. We used to take the tops off, toss the plastic part. You're still touching it. You get what I'm saying? Then on top of that, had to take our shoes off before we go into our apartment. My mom made sure that she had this big thick mat that we had to put our shoes on. It was just me and her, so it wasn't that many shoes on the mat. You know what I mean? Because somebody was pissing in my hallway. Make it make sense. And we had incinerators in my projects where there's a constant gas flame inside that incinerator where you take your trash to try to limit some of the trash and you dump it in the incinerator and it burns it. So now you sleeping on a fucking time bomb because it's a constant gas flame burning in each freaking building. If you want to catch a visual of my project, there's a Dipset video. It's called the Dipset Anthem, where it has Jewels first and then it switches to Cam. That's my project. They came from Harlem to do that video in my project. My project was a mile long because they tore it down years ago. It's been torn down damn near 15 about 15 years now. So you can't tell me, trolls, and for the real people that's on my channel, all I do is keep it 100 because I come from it. You can't tell me I don't know what the bottom feels like. I know what the bottom feels like. I know what a food stamp feels like with the big face on it. I know what, and my cousins were smart back in it was the early 80s, the late 80s. They would have us serve the fiend with the 12-12 skinny. I didn't know what it was. I just know my cousin said, hey, bring that to that white man. He gonna give you the money. He said, you gonna do this a couple times for me. I'ma lace you up with some new some Pumas. What was popping back then? When Jordans first came out? And Levi's, a sheepskin coat, a triple fat goose, all that. That's how I was getting paid. I do that for my cousin. Was it wrong? Of course it was wrong. You got your little cousin serving a narcotic that could put me in juvenile to keep you safe? Why didn't my cousin go up to the fucking fiend and serve him the work? Make it make sense, man. So I don't want to hear, well, J Cash, you not in the hood no more. You don't know what it's like. I come from it. And I lost my mom's at 10 and a half and found her dead. You looking at somebody with all kinds of fucking trauma. Then when she died, a week later, I got sent 100 miles away to live with my father in a whole nother state, in a whole nother project. You can't tell. Abandonment issues. Grew up without my mom, my earth, my wisdom, my everything. Moved around like orphan Annie. 5 different stepmoms. Damn near 6 different schools. You know when you the new kid on the block, when you go to school, you gotta use them hands, you gotta fight. You couldn't grab no blicky. You had to fight. So don't tell me I don't know what poverty is like. I don't know what trauma is like. I don't know what abandonment is like. Don't tell me that shit, because I know. But I still made something of myself. I didn't let my mom's death turn me into, I'm not doing nothing in life, yo. I ain't got my mom's. I grew up without my mom's. F the world. Did I have a bad attitude? Yes, I did. Did I have a temper? Yes, I did. But I didn't let that stagnate my life. I had to keep it pushing without her. 10 fucking years is all I had. She died before my 2-month birthday. And look how I turned out. It ain't much. It ain't much. But it's mine. See, when you come from the gutter, I said, man, I'm not raising my damn children in no hood. I said, it's not gonna happen. I said, I'm gonna get my family out the hood by any means necessary. It took 39 years. But I got my daughters out the hood before they became adult queens. And both of them is doing good for themselves. Both of them don't have no children. Not to put my 22-year-old out there, but she hasn't even had a boyfriend yet. She's still pure. Now, you know us as youngsters, especially me, I was getting in between the sheets early. Early having sex, doing things I wasn't supposed to do. Early in life. My 27-year-old, she moved out finally. She left the nest. She has no kids, just a dog. That's all she got. She's an electrician by trade. That's what she wants to do. And I'm proud of her. But guess what? The moral of the story is, because I took accountability for my children. And that's what a lot of these parents need to do. Take accountability for their children. Did I get my hands dirty to get out the hood? I did, of course. I took that last street bag and I created a life for my family. So for the trolls that's running their mouth, I'm on an acre of land, partner. I done had all types of foreigns. So I wanted something that when I pull up, nobody got it. This is not for play. I wanted this life for my kids. The 2 youngest ones, they don't know what the projects is like. They say every homeowner needs one of these, man, for when you want to move some stuff around, refrigerators, what have you. My man cave is separate from my house. I had this put here. You understand me? And if you look at the aesthetics, it matches the home. This what it's about. Getting my family out the hood. We could go to the back. You know what I mean? This ain't for bragging. I put blood, sweat, and tears to make it this far. This thing still on? Make sure it's still recording. Yeah, it is. Let's take a walk. Blood, sweat, and tears to make it here. I don't want to talk too loud. So I don't want my neighbor in my business. It's been raining. So, oh yeah, that's those cameras. Take a walk. We're still doing a project right here. But we made a better life for our kids. This is what it's about. Hey, I haven't been up here all weekend because it's been raining. But I didn't have this coming up. My mom didn't get to see her son make something of himself. She didn't get to see that. She died when I was young. This is not stunting. Cause I know y'all be talking shit like, oh, he always in his truck. Oh, I'm living good I'm far from the hood, baby. I got my kids out the hood. You heard? I worked hard. Me and the wife worked hard to give a better life for our children. And that's what you should do. Take accountability for your kids. But this is for the trolls. Oh, he's a trucker. Oh, he ain't living good. I'm not? Then what you call this then? Yeah, I gotta get in there and get them leaves out. Pump is pumping, baby. Pool is clear. This is what it's about. You work hard, you get great results. I didn't let me stretch this out. I didn't let what happened to me early in life dictate my future. So what a lot of you parents need to do is take accountability for your kids. Your kids shouldn't be out here smoking each other. And it's only in our community. We ruin our own shit. You can't have no cookouts. You can't have no free events outside. I'm talking low because I got white neighbors. It's sad, right, that I have to feel safe around the oppressor. Around the ones that used to string a rope and throw it above one of these trees and unalive us. But see, now they don't do that. I don't have to worry about them. Pilgrim, next door, Pilgrim. I don't have to worry about them. I have to worry about my own fucking kind. Make it make sense. I gotta worry about my own kind. I gotta feel safe living around people that their ancestors used to string us, throw the rope and hang us and kill us, enslave us. I gotta feel safe around them. Make it make sense. If I had this in the hood, this little bit of pool, little bit of bar. Like I said, that's a new project we're working on. I could fit like 15 people on here. You see all the seating. I could fit a few up here. If I had this little bit, Imagine if I was still up north and I had this little bit. Like I said, the Challenger is in the garage. I still could work on some stuff. I still can add stuff. This is no HOA. We can put what we want as long as we get the permits. If I had this up north, y'all be kicking my door in, man. Y'all be ready to take my dome off for this. So I have to feel safe living around the oppressor. Take accountability for your children, folks. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I gotta hop in that big rig tomorrow. But I just wanted to show the trolls that boy living good. Got an upper deck and a lower deck. And that's one to grow on. The trucker dude. But this trucker dude had a past. You think that intro is for play? That intro is the whips I had when I was in the streets. When I was having heavy motion outside. 100. Take accountability for your children, and maybe we'll have a better society in the black community. I'm going 100.